Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special video for you. We're going to be taking my girl Jasmine with a full baby light, low light, and a couple of tease weave dropouts, and we're going to try to lighten her up, but it is going to be a color correction. She only used a semi-permanent Adore, or whatever it's called, but will it give us problems? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back guys, long time no content. I took a much needed break over the past month to regroup and also to get my creative juices flowing once again. I finally have moved from Phoenix Salon Suites to Solo Salon Suites. My place is finally done and I'm ready, and I've been very busy behind the chair. You won't see it in this tutorial, but the day after I shot this very video, I did break my right wrist. However, I shot several tutorials before I even went to the hospital 8 days after it happened. And despite having to wear this annoying thing on my arm, I am definitely continuing to work. I'm just taking it very easy. I have so many amazing videos coming your way and love my new salon suite. And without further ado, let's just jump right into today's in-depth tutorial.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed, 'cause baby I got you.
Alright, so today I am doing a model, my girl Jasmine. She is letting me play with her hair today. I did a little model call for about 2 or 3 models just to get some of these videos out for you guys. I definitely wanted to show a little bit of different stuff. I do tend to do a lot of the same thing behind the chair. I specialize in baby lights and a lot of white blondes and things like that, and I know you guys love that, but I do want to switch it up just a little bit and show you some corrections and stuff. And technically this is a color correction, so she never had her hair professionally done. Her mother does hair, but they always did the cap on her, and then the last thing done to her hair, with about several inches of regrowth, was an Adore or something of this nature of that. I don't remember exactly what she said it was called, but it's something I only kicked through once, and last time it didn't kick through very easily. This was way back at the salon I used to work at 2 years ago or more, and I know that this stuff is supposed to be semi-permanent and come out of the hair, but let me tell you something. Do not trust a semi-permanent. They are stains and you never know what's going to really happen. So what I'm going to plan on doing is packing these foils in back to back to back very tightly, but we do want to leave some dimension in there as well. So I am doing a low light every 3rd or 4th or even 2nd foil. I like to change it up and do them spontaneously. I don't like to do them in a uniform most of the time. Certain situations I will, but not today.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed, 'cause baby I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live 'cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn, 'cause baby I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Ooh, 'cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco light. They can try, but they can never take me down. 'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you.
Alright, so we finished both of the front two sections. What I did around the hairline was very, very small, back-to-back baby lights, very detailed. I did do about 2 to 4 slices, very baby fine, followed by, you know, maybe 5 baby lights back-to-back closely together, maybe a couple extra than that. I wanted to have a really nice money piece because I feel like if anything else fails and we don't kick this color out, the baby lights will always around the hairline lift way better because the hair is more fragile and vulnerable. So now I'm working on the back. I forgot to mention I am using Blonde Me, Schwarzkopf Blonde Me, of course, with 20 volume, a 16th ounce of Olaplex, and I'm doing a Lowlight very spontaneously, and that is Goldwell Colorance 7N only. Another thing that I like to do, I don't see many other stylists do, or hair artists, or colorists, whatever you want to call us. I do like to do detailed money pieces underneath the hairline as well, extending all the way to connect with that front section by the ear. I just feel like a lot of people wear their hair up and it naturally gets lighter as well because those are still very vulnerable hair pieces. That's why they're baby hairs and they do tend to lighten up a lot more around those hairline areas. So I like to mimic that natural look. Of course, I'm a natural blonde looking specialist, so that's just my style. So I do not touch low lights until I get a little bit further up, a couple foils. So I am going on my, you know, brick lay pattern in the back, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. But lately I've been doing it a little bit differently than that. I do as many foils as I feel fit or in that area is needed, and I just go by the flow of that. I don't like to do anything set in stone anymore. Everybody's hair is different and every person needs different detailing.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco light. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love.
Alright, so all the main foils are in, and now I'm going to tip out some of her ends. I'm going to weave and then tease it. We do want to leave a ton of dimension in there still, just a little bit in case it doesn't lift as well. I don't want it to be too off-toned, so I wanted to keep everything in there all like a mix of different vegetables, let's just say. That's the point I'm doing today with this, just to make sure that it looks good no matter what, because I really don't know what to expect. I will check the foils in a minute and you will notice my face because it looks peachy. Just exactly what I thought was going to happen. So I do let her process for quite a while, about an hour, no heat, just sitting there and letting it process. And eventually it does kick out a little bit better, but we did not get as light as I would like to.
I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you.
so now she's gonna process. We did Lowlight, 7N, 20 volume blonde me. We tipped out ends very sporadically. We didn't do them back to back, and we did do back to back baby lights, but this is gonna be all that's left out of her natural. And this is the Adore stuff, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
And it's semi, and we looked at how it's processing, where we started in the front a while ago, and it's still peachy, so we'll have to roll with it and maybe make her more of a golden, peachy, strawberry blonde. This looks so good. Look, no bleeders. That's how you get good foil work.
Oh my god, some of those look so white.
I know, right? But you never judge it and never make your all-over toner until you shampoo it, because it always looks lighter when you rinse or when you have bleach on it. And then when you rinse it, it could be yellow as
Here, let me get in there. Show them the good stuff.
Show them the good stuff. Look at these money pieces. You ready? I started with these.
Oh my god, those are like actually white. She looks albino. Great.
You're so funny. All right, so when people have really fine texture hair like her, it does tend to tangle very badly, but you sometimes need to do a little tease, so I try not to over tease or do anything crazy that's gonna give me too hard of a problem to get out. But what I like to do when I'm at the bowl, I like to rinse with really warm water, and I like to, as I shampoo, always use a clarifying shampoo unless I added color, like a Lowlight or it's an all-over color. So today I am using Amika's Hydro Wash. I've been falling in love with Amika. I now sell this at the salon. I wanted to add another brand of shampoo, but I sold out very quickly. But I did use that here, and then I mixed half and half with the Fanola No Yellow Vegan shampoo. Don't forget I have a discount code Redken for Fanola.net or salonguys.com. Any Fanola product, get a discount, 10% off your entire order. Once I lather the shampoo very well, I do break the hair into different sections. And what I do when I'm shampooing is I start working the hair tease down with my fingers so it goes towards the end, so that when I'm done, it literally will detangle way quicker. All right, guys, so she lifted all kinds of crazy, but still good. We have a lot of brass towards the end, so I don't know yet, but it looks like the first virgin, like 3 inches, lifted like a 10. But then I'm gonna see how everything else looks once I put the root on. We're gonna do 6N, 6NA, just a shadow. I have to shadow it, but we might have to do a mids toner too and blend everything out, because this is technically a correction. But I'm gonna start by doing the 6N, 6NA right now, and we're gonna shadow it. So you can see how tangly her hair is, but you wanna make sure that when you are doing a root toner like this, you always want to make sure you are combing thoroughly and all the way to the ends. You guys listen carefully and listen very close. If I went in and I didn't detangle like it looks on the left side, and I just tried to tap it that way or shadow it, when I try to comb through, if I just comb like an inch or two and that's it and leave the rest tangly, you will get splotches. I'm not kidding. You will see them when the hair's dry and done. They will stain. Do they come off? Yes, after a few washes, but you don't want to even risk that happening. So I always put a barrier on the ends. I have Olaplex number 2, and I always comb thoroughly. You see here I'm having an issue combing, but then I take my wet brush and I make sure I bring it all the way down through the ends, no matter how long this takes or how many times you have to do so. Alright, so I'm going to do 7N, 7T for the mid-toner. And then I'm going to do 8T, 8N, 8WG, 9NB, 9P, with a little bit of 8V as well for the global toner. So stay tuned and I'll show you guys applying that. Alright, so I let her root shadow process, which I brought down 1 to 2 inches, depending on where we were on the head. The further back, I always bring it down a little further. I left the money pieces out completely for this moment. And now after 10 minutes, I am making sure that I mixed up my mid-toner. And I'm doing 7N, 7T equal parts, Redken Shade to Q. And I'm going to merge that root shadow, apply it a little bit on top of it, and bring it down another inch or two, and then comb them down and blend them thoroughly. You want to make sure the hair is going through all the way to the ends with the comb, like I said earlier. And I'm doing this all over the entire head in that mid area. This will help bring that down a little bit because she had a couple of inches of regrowth, which was virgin and it lifted very well, but you never want the root area to look lighter than the ends. That's so important. So it is requiring a root toner. I do charge a little extra for this mix. The original root shadow, tap or smudge, and the global toner come in the original price. This is $20 extra. It is an added on toner step. So you have to charge appropriately for these things, guys, when you're adding this time to your services, especially during a color correction like this. You don't want to have anybody take advantage of your time and your gift and talent. So once I apply this, you see I'm overlapping it over that natural root shadow we put down, which was a level 6. Now I'm doing the 7, merging it down a little bit further past that 6NA. And then what I'll do is I'll let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll go to the bowl. We'll tap around that hairline, and I'll then apply the global toner. And I also am going to be mixing up another formula, which is another charge of $20 for the money pieces, because we want to keep them a little bit brighter and we want to use a lighter formula for them. While I'm doing this, the Olaplex number 2 is still on the mids and ends the entire time until we get back to the bowl. Before I apply the global toner, I will rinse that treatment out because I do want it to suck up as well as possible.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you.
Alright, so now that 6N, 6NA tap around the hairline, very, very finely tapped, is now applied. I am combing it through to blend it, and now I'm going to just wet those hairs down because we know the baby hairs are always more porous and they do get dry quicker. You guys probably know that when hair is porous or really blonde, it always dries up very quickly. I'm going to wet them down. Grace is going to apply the 10P, 10GI on the hairline, and I'm going to apply the global toner everywhere else, and we're going to just work this in together.
They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down.
Guys, I wanted to quickly mention a couple of things. So the 10P, 10GI formula was made that way because I wanted to do equal parts, for the simple fact that the 10P alone with those really pale level 10 money pieces might go a little bit too ashy for us, and for my liking with the rest of the color it would not sit well with me. It wouldn't all blend well together. So we did add the 10GI Gold Iridescence. I love the 10GI and 10P. They're two of my favorite level 10s and shades, and you guys know I'm a sucker for a P, I'll tell you that. So what we did was we added that. Also, while I'm doing all this toning, the root shadow, the 6N, 6NA, and the mid toner 7N, 7T are still on. The Olaplex was rinsed off the ends everywhere else. And I also am going in and I'm going to merge those money pieces for about 20 seconds in with the rest of the color because they were sucking up a little bit too ashy for my liking. And I wanted to bring it down a little bit with some warmth real quick for the last 20 seconds before we rinse.
'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you.
All right, that's going to do it. 4.5 hours later, after the beginning of the session began, all this hard work went into her hair, and you guys are going to be very impressed, at least I hope, with the final results like we were. By the way, a little shout out to Gracie Poo. Grace is going to be my future assistant. She's been in hair school for about 8 months now, or about 6 or 7 months, and she has like a month or 2 left to go, but she will be seen in many videos coming soon. She actually is a client of mine for a few years. You guys have seen her in many videos. I'm so excited to welcome her to the team, and I can't wait for her to get behind the chair with me. Look how beautiful this final result is, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. I love you guys so much. I am back. I promise I'm going to whip video after video after video out. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys.